What do you want me to say? That it's written literally, that it's strange it was made, that it's bad? Well, yeah, sure, it is. But there's more to it than that. What stands out to me is the fact this was ever made. If you were expecting this end product to be amazing, well, you're an idiot. And also, I've got the film for you, Snow White. We've been beating this dead horse for a while now, 2014 to be precise, when Mojang entered talks with Warner Brothers on this project. It was sent through the dryer, having different directors, producers and cast members cycle through it to see what stuck. And despite all of that, it was made. Albeit shrunk in the wash a little bit. Casting was pretty inoffensive in that I didn't care, and who would? They don't do anything for the story and are solely exposition devices. Kids' films need to be a little more upfront with their entertainment. True, I will grant that liberty, but holy mother of Jesus, I've seen more human traits in Shark Boy than any of these three. Even Steve, any of these four. They are literal creatures that spout off what they're doing, where they're going, how they're getting there, how they feel, and what they want. Not a smidge, not even a fraction of subversion. They didn't even try. Minecraft, newsflash, is a creative game. So, show some creativity and leave some things to the imagination, From what I gather, they've taken a Minecraft Legends approach here with Piglins as the main antagonist with your, with your one, I can't remember her last name, leading them. Do I need to explain, should I explain this? She's the worst for the tell don't show, or I suppose the best. This skew is fine, it's suitable for the audience, but leaves a lot out in terms of the game it's based on. What's truly possible in Minecraft, and naturally this aspect limits it. It's an inevitable in some ways, as films require an ending. Dune. The finality being the limiting factor. The end is not mentioned, the dimension, not the end of the film. Wardens, Wither, Netherite, none of that, all that's gone. This is the approach they took. A large-scale adventure inside 140 minutes. Alternatively, they could have shrunk down the universe and built it with more delicacy. Exclude all dimensions apart from the overworld and set the adventure inside of that. Whatever that may be, the options are endless. This approach spreads the burden of world building across multiple films. They condense this approach at the start of the film into a montage. A montage. A misguided attempt to subvert audience expectations, I'm sure. And naturally, it fell flat on its face. With this proposed approach, you need a strong lead with a solid but simple arc of progression. Steve, no skin off Jack Black's back. We're not here for him. He was working with what he had, I'll grant him the benefit of the doubt. But this is a square plug in a round hole if I have ever seen one. I don't relate to anyone here, but especially Steve. His background is intentionally shallow, and that's fine, but don't expect me to care about him, and certainly don't have a shallow, weakly built character as a main lead. And that's exactly what he is. A lead. An exposition fountain. Plot armor to the gills. He's not a character any more than your pet rock, and has all the diversity of white bald male actors in films. For such a beloved character in the games, famous the world over, it's such a brown smear across his legacy. I think this film was written by people younger than the audience, and it is painful. In circumstances like this, I often pause, and I ask myself what my bountiful Lord and Saviour Michael Bay would do. Digital Domain, Sony Pictures Imageworks and Weta FX jumped straight on board this high quality script and gave it the makeover it never deserved. I love the look. Not too real, but not too wacky. Clearly, Optifine and shaders are installed, giving the world such a glow of excitement and wonder. I felt how I did when I first booted the game up in Alpha 1.1, before I seen Jason Momoa. The budget was rightfully blown there, leaving lackluster real-life sets. But, you know, hey, that's okay, because we didn't spend any time in real life. Right? Filmmakers seem to make the mistake in thinking the audience cares. Why would an audience care about the real world or what any of these characters do in their spare time? I was resoundingly bored, and despite being roughly 20 minutes of runtime in the real world, it felt like an age with these dumpster fire characters. A video game store. Wow, cool. Where's the enchantment table? It's 19 minutes too much. Why did they not copy Jumanji? All in all, I don't like this film. But I don't hate it either. Despite all the work poured into the visuals and injected effort everywhere else, it just cannot make up for the piss poor writing. This, as a result, makes it a good once-off film to watch, or if you find yourself at the bottom of a bottle of rum. And here we are, the end. I hope you enjoyed. Thumb me or the video, and I'd better see you in the next one. Remember, I'm always watching. Oh, and it's movie time.